why did I stop playing Siege? Game was going downhill. I was a console Andy, and our game was overrun with mouse and keyboard. And it's not like aim assist was something that was like able to fight it off. Console Siege is a game. Apparently that might have changed at the time, but at least when I played it, no. There was no aim assist. There is no aim assist in console Siege. So, it was kind of impossible because one, you had worse aim, and number two, jiggle peeking was a really big advantage. So when you're playing on a controller, when you peek out, right, to go back again, you have to cross the center plane to go back in. And this movement is kind of slow, as opposed to 80 strafe. It's much faster. So people could jiggle peek you out a doorway or a window, and you would barely even see them, but they saw you, and then they could come back a second time and one-tap you. And so it was real bad. They did eventually nerf jiggle peeking and drop shotting. Drop shotting wasn't a problem originally, though. Drop shotting was a problem they added later with Operation Health, because they tried to do Operation Health to, like, quote, fix the game, and they made it worse. Yeah, they were like, yeah, we understand the game's bad, and we're trying to fix it, so here's Operation Health. Fucking, it was awful. They went the opposite direction. It got worse. So, yeah, that combined with... I was like a backup on a team at this point. I wasn't even starting anymore. And, you know, the #1 team from NA was hard cheating. Like, hard cheating using mouse and keyboard. And then they went to the 6 Invitational. They won, barely. But the LAN before that, they actually got dumpstered on because they had to use controller for the first time in 4 months. But... yeah, it was ass. It was very demotivating. I will say the one cool thing they did, and I'll always give Siege like great respect for that, was there was a player who was a console Siege player. I don't know if I'd call him pro. I would call him what would be considered like tier 2 in Overwatch. Like, he wasn't on a pro team, but like he was very involved, very good player. His name was Boston Bearjew. And if you go to the arcade machine, I don't know if it's still there, if they reworked the map, but there's a map, I don't know if it's called Carnival. It's like one of the maps that came around the point of, it was like after Jackal, like around that point. There's a map where you break in on the first floor, and there's arcade machines. If you go up to the arcade machines, it like, you're playing the game. And the name you're registered under, is it theme park? Is it theme park? It might be theme park. The name you're registered under on the arcade machine is his battle tag. And it says it on the arcade machine. And they did that as a tribute to him because he passed away. And he was like a big Siege. He was like big into Siege. But it was console Siege. Like, we were very, it was not a very big community. But I will always say, I always give them massive, massive respect for that.